This math summary is focused on reviewing calculating time on an analog and digital clock. As clocks are everywhere, we need to understand how to read both an analog clock with hands and a digital clock which has numbers on a screen. We're remembering that there's two main hands on an analog clock, the long hand for the minutes and the shorter hand for the hours. Whereas on a digital clock, we don't have hands, we have two spaces for the hours on one side of a colon in the middle and then two spaces for the minutes on the other side. And our numbers look very different to how we normally write numbers. Like you can see 3, 5 and 0 look very square and boxy. Well, when we're thinking about time, we've got to focus on 60. 60 minutes is our unit of time, not hundreds and thousands like in other measurement areas. So we have 60 minutes is 1 hour, and if we cut that in half, we have 30 minutes is a half an hour, and cut that in half again, we have 15 minutes is a quarter of an hour. Well, where those hands on an analog clock point to, that's going to help us know the time. So let's have a look at an analog clock here. Now you can see that if we've got our long hand pointing right up to the very top, it's saying it hasn't even started any minutes past. It's 0. And we call that o'clock. Now because our little hand tells us the hour, this would be 10 o'clock. My long hand is pointing straight up. As soon as I put that all the way pointing down the bottom, I've cut my clock in half. And that's where I say half an hour has gone past, and I know half an hour is 30 minutes. It's half past whatever the hour is, 10:30 in this situation. When we point to the 3, we've cut our clock again. We've cut it in half and in half again this way. And we've got a quarter. 4 quarters all the way around our clock. But this would be a quarter past. And if we counted, we know that 15 minutes is a quarter, and we can see 5, 10, 15 minutes have gone past on our clock. But there's also a quarter on the other side, and we call that a quarter to when it's pointing to the 9. It means 3 quarters pretty much have gone past. 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters. And we say it's on the way to the next o'clock. Well, that would be 45 minutes because we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 minutes have gone past and it's heading towards another o'clock. Well, let's have a look at some important things we need to remember when we're reading the time, when we're saying the time, and when we're writing or recording the time as a digital format.
Every concept mastered builds confidence, and there are more than 200 steps just like this waiting on the My5 website. The link's below. Now let's finish strong.
We read here that it says 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, 8 is the hour, and that goes first in a digital clock on the left. Then the colon, and we've got 00 because it said 8 o'clock. O'clock means no minutes have gone past. You can see that I put morning and I've put AM because in a digital clock we can say AM is in the morning. 10:30 is at night. So 10:30, it's interesting that we say half before we say the number 10, but we have to put the 10 first because that's the hours and they come first. So we search through or we listen carefully to what's being said, and then we can hear 10:30. 10 goes first, and we remember half an hour is 30 minutes. So we put that in the minutes section. And then we've got a PM because after the middle of the day, whether it be the afternoon, the evening, or the night, we say PM. 2:15. So we know a quarter is 15 minutes. And then we put our 2 for the hour, the colon, and then the 15. But 4:45 is on the way to being 5 o'clock. It's not 5 yet. It's still 4. And that's interesting that we've still got a 4 here, but we're talking about 5. It's because we're heading to the next o'clock. So 4, colon, and 45. That's because 45 minutes have gone past, and that's 1/4 to the next o'clock. 7 minutes past 9 is interesting because it's 9 for our hour and then 07. It's not even 10, so we need to hold that place and put a 0 if it's less than 10. 28 minutes past 1, we put the 1, and then we put the 28 minutes that have gone past. 10 minutes to 3. Remember when it says to, it's not that time yet. It's on the way to being that time. So it's 10 minutes to 3. We put a number 2 for the hour. And then 50. Well, 50 minutes must have gone past because we've got 10 minutes to go. And we know that 50 and 10 make 60 minutes, our unit of time. 1 minute to 12. It's not 12 yet, so we put an 11. But 1 minute out of our 60, that must mean 59 minutes have gone past and there's just 1 minute left. So compare an analog and a digital clock. Practice looking at and telling the time and see how they're similar and different.